Good evening and welcome back to Timberborn here in update 5 on hard mode with our iron teeth, and I have been messing about with water for a little bit. I have added some dams on here and here to try and figure out if I can do a better overflow system. The idea would be that I want this to be open as much water to come this way as possible, and then whatever can't come this way would go out this way. I know we had the balance here where we had this one open a little bit, but I've been looking at what the absolute maximum I can pour down here is, and this is it. This actually does overflow initially, which is why we filled up the reservoir down here. But it's good, it's stable, it's flowing, it's okay. Yeah, it should be okay. So this is now up to 1 height, and you can see I've actually set up the automation for this because, yeah. So this is set to 1 height, and the idea is that when the wet season starts, these will close, this goes to 1, these will open completely, and as much water pours this way as it can, and as soon as it exceeds 1 tile high, it pours out this way instead. And that is the most we can get down here. You can see this is absolutely right up on the edge of it's right up on the edge of it here. It does overflood a little bit to start with. It's only a little tiny bit, it's not dramatic. So it's flooded, it's filled this up, and then it stops it. So I don't think that'll be a problem. I did put these here thinking that maybe I could just seal off this and have the overflow here. That doesn't work. If you go above 1 height on this here, so if you have more than 1 block's worth of water pouring out of here, it's too much. It's too much for this to deal with. So we have to have, it's got 5 full blocks of water pouring out here, and then whatever it is just above that water line. So it's like up by like half. What's this? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's up. It's about sort of 10-15% above that water, and that's it. That's the best we can do. If we go any higher on it here, there's too much water coming this way, and it just is too much. So yeah, so that's the best way to do this, and I've got it set up now so that when the bad tide starts, these will swap round. So these will all close completely. This one will sit to 1 that way. So most of the bad tide will go that way, and only a little bit come this way. I do still want some bits coming this way, because I want this to mix with this water in here and keep it a higher level so that the pumps can actually pump out of it. So if we don't have anything going there, the pumps will pump down 6 tiles, and then there's loads of water left at the bottom. They can't pump out. Whereas if we fill it with bad water, it mixes, so the pumps work slower, but they can still pump. And that is becoming an issue. It's desperately becoming an issue. I have 21,870 water storage, which is all these here. I think we have 17 of them at the moment, and it's not enough. It's not enough. We need 1,000 water per day, based on our numbers. Is 1,000 is a bit more. So they drink 3 water a day, so it's 1,080 water a day they drink. Plus we have the hydroponic farms here. I have the algae here, and we have the mushrooms here, which are using water. Plus we have the water dumps in places which are using water as well. So we basically need a large tank per day at our current beaver level. Now we may go up a little bit more beavers, I'm not sure yet, but yeah, we need 1 tank per day. Now we can have 30-day droughts, so I need 30 tanks. We have 17, which means I need a lot more of them. However, I'm not actually filling all of the tanks during a wet season. If we only get a 3-day wet season, which does happen sometimes, we do not get enough water to fill these up. So if we get a 30-day drought, it almost kills our water. We get a 3-day wet season and then 3 days for next one, which makes it 6 complete. In 6 days, we only fill up to probably about halfway, and then we get another 30-day drought or bad tide. Bad tides, yeah, it's a bit about the same. If it happens twice in a row, we lose beavers. Beavers die. We are not actually physically pumping enough water. And I don't really know how to fix that. I mean, we can put a few more pumps in here, but I don't know what else to do about it. Realistically, I don't know. I don't know what else we can achieve here. I'm kind of thinking we would have to pump this side, maybe, or we could do here. This platform here is actually the next place where a river should go, a channel should go. So there's 35 tiles between this one and this one. In between these two, there is 35 tiles. So from here to here is 35 tiles, and 35 tiles from here to there that's the center of the next river. So I don't know whether it was planned that way with this map, that it just happens to be that way. Although I think this map was made before the water changes, so I don't think it's that way. It just happens to be that we have a river here which keeps this entirely green. We have one here which keeps everything in between green. We put another one here which keeps everything green here, and then another one right there where the water sources are to keep everything green as well. So yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting that that's the way it's done. So, but we could put another water channel in here and have it pump, and another water channel maybe this way and have it pump as well. And then we just go not make it ridiculously deep, just make it say 6 deep, so it's just enough for the pumps. And or maybe if we wanted farmland over here as well. I'm not sure which way to go, but I need more pumps. I know I need more pumps. We don't have enough pumps, or I need to have more time. But maybe we could up beaver hours more during the wet season, so they pump like mad. Other things had to change. This here, the steam gauges. I set these all up so they pause when the water's below 0 meters, which is they're all based off of this steam gauge here. And if the water drops below this, it means it's more than 6 tiles down. So these will all stop. And then they turn on again when it's above that. So, and that works. However, this one I set to above 100%. And it kept turning the pumps on and off and on and off and on and off and off. It just kept it would turn them on. The beavers would get to them. They'd do about 10% pumping, and then it turned them off again. And then it turned back on again. And then off, and then on, and it was really weird. It was really weird. So I had to set them all to 99%. And that works. So this actually gets contaminated fairly quickly. In fact, this hits 100% contamination, and I think the issue is that this says above 100%. So this is 100% contamination, and these haven't even started running yet. So yeah, it's still a bit of an issue here. They all just turn off at that sort of contamination, so that's fine. But it's fine. As you can see here, these are still running. This still looks like pretty much purely bad water. So it takes a long time for the channel to fill. I think that's because it's so deep. I should have made it shallow. I should have made it 6 deep, I suppose, at the most, and then it dries up during the actual drought. Completely dries up. Maybe not. I don't know. It would have let it fill quicker and clean itself quicker as well, because these are pumping, but as you can very clearly see, not pumping very quickly. Look at the rate of that. It's going like 1% every 2 seconds, whereas over here, look at them go. So yeah, so I think we needed to clean this channel out quicker, but we didn't. I didn't do that. I could remove them all, fill it in, but that's I got to remove all this. Everything in this channel would have to be removed, with the exception of the mechanical pumps. That's fine. Because although we can fill the land in between them where the pipes are, we can't fill the land in underneath them, because that is platforms. That has platforms. So okay. What else have we done? I have built another housing area here. It's awesome. I have built stairs here with nothing in it yet. That's because water's become an issue. I didn't want to put any more hydroponic farms in, causing a problem. And also, I have discovered I may well have messed up the ratios on some things here. So, allow me to explain. The hydroponic gardens for mushrooms, they produce 45 mushrooms in 192 hours. Now, if you divide 45 by 192, that means these produce just under, it's 0.243 or 34 an hour So it's just under a quarter of a mushroom an hour they produce. Which means, if we go with a quarter, we'll just round out to quarters, it's easiest to deal with. That means you need 4 gardens to produce 1 mushroom an hour. We have 4 gardens here. Underground, there are 4 gardens. So 2 gardens underground, so we've got 4 gardens here. So they're producing 1 mushroom an hour. Which means this is doing 1 mushroom. The ones over here are doing 1 mushroom. The ones over here are doing 1 mushroom. Which is 4 mushrooms an hour. Our fermenters want 4 mushrooms every 2 hours. Which means 2 mushrooms an hour. Which means we only need 2 fermenters. It's 1 fermenter per 8 hydroponic gardens, not 2. I don't know where I got the numbers over here for 2. Although, I don't think I did. Because we had 2 fermenters here, and we had 16. So, oh, again, do a little bit of an overflow. Is it too much? Is it too much? It might be too much. We might actually have to go down to the 0.5. Yeah, I think we will actually have to go down to the 0.5 on this. Let's go down to there. We'll set that down there as well. This one I'm not all that fussed about. To be honest with you, we could actually seal this off. As I said during it's right here, bad tide, right in front of me. During the bad tide, we could seal this right off, and then it would overflow from these ones here, and it just pulls over the edge. It pulls over this side here, and that side. It's fine. But as I said, I do want some bad tide coming in here, keeping the water level high enough for these to pump out. Even though they pump slower, if they can touch the water, they can get some of the good water out of it. So yeah, this is what happens. It pours out here and ends up pouring just a little tiny bit out here for ages and ages, and ends up filling this. So yeah, I think dropping that down to 0.5, what we had it before, I think we had the balance right, and if I do it any more than this, it just doesn't work. So, which is, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, set it how it was. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. It's fine. It's fine. This, do you know what? I'm going to leave this at 1. So even though bad tide will come here, it can just overflow out of these 2 dams here. We're not fussed about that. So less bad water in here. Yes, yeah. So sorry. So yes. So that's what I had. That's what I had over here. We had 2 fermenters, and I mixed up with these, which are 4. No, we had 2 cassava and 4 mushroom ones. No, we didn't. We had 4 mushroom ones over here. Right. Okay. I don't want you running anymore. I'm sure I paused you at one point. But yeah. So we had 4. So I don't know why I've got that ratio wrong. So it's 4 mushrooms every 2 hours, which means it's 2 mushrooms an hour, which means you will use 4 mushrooms an hour. And 4 of these produce 1 mushroom an hour. So we had 16 there. We've got 16 here. I think I just got that wrong. I think I just blatantly got that wrong. So we have too many fermenters. Am I going to change it? No. Nope. We'll leave it. It's fine. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. However, the reason why I got onto I got into the numbers there was because I looked at the numbers for the algae, this one here, and these are the same. These produce, if you do 17 divided by 288, it produces about a quarter, just under a quarter of an algae an hour. So 4 of them is producing 1 algae an hour. However, the food factory wants 1 algae every quarter of an hour. So that means we need so we need 1 food factory per 4 of these, which is a different ratio to this one. That's what got me. I thought it was the same. I thought we needed 4 to 1, which is what I built here. But then I looked at this and went, no, this is not 4 to 1. This is 8 to 1. This is 4 to 1. So that's where I got myself confused by it. So we have 4 of them, so we want 4 food factories, and conveniently we have the space for 4 food factories. So yeah, but this one I got wrong. This one I got right. I don't know whether I messed up the numbers mixing them up or something, or whether I don't know. But yeah. So this uses, it will use 4 in an hour, and this produces. Oh no, this produces 1 an hour, doesn't it? No. I'm getting my numbers completely mixed up. Now this produces a quarter in an hour. 4 of them produces 1 an hour, and you want 4 an hour to run at full speed. So that means we just need 1 food factory for all of these. I thought it was 4, and I was like, we've got space for 4 of them. This is brilliant. This works brilliant. No, it's not. It's not. all these 4 here, we got 4 in here. Right, bring that down. We got 4 in here. So, come on, do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 of them. So if they're producing a quarter of a algae an hour. Let me just double check that. Let me double check. 70 divided by 288 is 0.243. Yes, and this one is 0.234. So yes, that way around. So a quarter, just done. Which means 4 of them is producing 1 an hour. Which means that if we need 4 an hour, because you want to take 1 algae every quarter of an hour, you take 4 an hour then. Yep. So you take 4. So we need just 1 for all the algae that's here. That's a little disappointing, if I'm honest with you. That's a little disappointing. I kind of thought we'd have more of that. You do get a lot of algae from it, though. You do get 6 from 1, so that's bad. Also, I've just seen this as canola oil. I don't have canola oil. So that's a thing. We need canola oil. What if we did that over here instead? What if we put the algae in here, and we put mushrooms back in here, and we just built this same thing here? Even with the cassavas as well, because we have a lot of cassavas. Changes to mushrooms, and then we build the algae here, and then we put the algae on one side of it, and then the corn ratios on the other side of it. Corn ratios do not require anything else; they just require corn. Corn rations, corn rations. Yeah, I think we'll do that. So, oopsie. Okay. Go down. You do not want to be this. You want to be mushrooms. Which means you will empty. So, then I'm going to come up. And then we'll click each one of these. I will change these to be mushrooms. Which means it will keep the algae that's inside them, but it will reset if they're in the middle of doing something. I don't think any of them were, because we'd run out of storage. They'd all just stopped. Yeah, they all just stopped completely. So that's fine. Okay. See, this is what I get by looking at things and I'm like, this is going to work beautifully. And then actually all paying attention with things when I'm recording and discovering that stuff isn't what I expected it to be. But that's fine. Okay, we'll do that. And then we'll change these to be... Why are you flooding again? You're open. Bizarre. I don't know why that's flooding again. You want to be... algae, and then you want to tell me why you're not connected to the pathing grid when I'm sure I set this up correctly. Let's see, what did I mess up? You're connected. What? You are not connected to there or there. There we go. That's what I messed up. Up another one. Yeah, okay. There you go. Right, so that's good. So I messed up. I've also changed the top of these ever so slightly. I added 2 other bits in. So this stair can come up and actually reach either side now, whereas before you had to go to this staircase to reach this side and this staircase to reach this side, and it made more sense to do it this way. It just worked better. So yeah, so we want to put in some hydroponic farms here. I don't think I do right now actually want to put in the hydroponic farms. We are really really struggling for water. So yeah, we're going to get up to 6 points. Let's speed up the game and see how we're going here. I'm trying to chop down all the trees down here as well, so this should be fine. But we're not using enough logs, I think. I have actually paused all of these in here, so we're not actually chopping down any trees over here at all. We got to the point where we're just not using the logs. And putting in more log storage is something I really should have done. I know I really should have put in more log storage here. But I just, for the life of me, couldn't figure it out. I just couldn't figure out how to get a staircase in here to do that without it being ridiculously large. And now I look at it, I kind of realise what I should have done. Is move this out by one, this out by one. And then we would have just lost 6 tiles of trees and had a staircase in here. In fact, I could move it to the back here and then we could use the staircase to get up to the top. Unfortunately, I can't build a spiral staircase that allows power to come down, because to do that, you have to build it like this one. And if you build it like this one, you don't actually have access to every level on it. You get access to like a level here, but on the opposite side you don't. You'd have to stagger the things. So a storage would have to be sort of here, but you see here, if I put storages here, 1, 2, 3 levels, you don't actually get access to it. So the only way to build a spiral staircase and have access on every level is to have it go down by 1 here, or go down by 1 here, go around, and then go down by 1 that side, then go around, down, and then you put these storages north. So look this way, you'd have a staircase down here. Instead of going down here, you have this flat, and then you go down that one. Then you put the storages north and south of it, which we could do here, and it would be fine, but we then couldn't run power down, because there just isn't the space for it to run the power down as well. Which I do want to do at some point, but I don't really think we need to run power down here at all. I'd like to run power down underneath here, just so we say power's in here as well. I know it is in here because we're running the power line along here. We have another power line here as well, so we've already redundant that. That's fine. And we can run power out of here into the end as well. So yeah, although that's not fun. This doesn't actually connect to it. But if we connected this end to this end, we could do that. We could connect this up to here. And this is powered through here, and we connect this to here, and this is all double powered. So should I ever need to destroy the power line here, I don't know why I would ever have to, but if I did, everything's still powered. So maybe we'll do that. Let's empty these here, which means I probably need way more storage. We've got tree planks, logs, planks. Wow, this is just generic storage area. I really wish that they had a better storage system than this. I know the folktales get the big underground one, but I really wish you'd have got one of these as a log pile, a double size one. So you should get a small, a medium, which is just I just kind of wish that they get rid of these industrial log piles and just use these ones for everything. To be honest with you, just use these 3 for everything, and be done with it. Don't worry about it. So we've got a small one which can also store logs rather than the pile. The medium one, which can store everything the larger one can do, and the large warehouse, which can also do it but store way more. It just makes sense to get rid of these industrial log piles and just use these. They don't transmit power anymore. They don't do things. Just make them look better. Just make them, when they're they're folktales, make them look like this. That would make so much more sense. I think. I really feel like that would just make more sense. Have them, yeah, and just do away with the log piles. Yeah, I do the industrial piles. So they don't need them. Folktales make sense. Because they don't do industrial stuff, so they just have a pile of logs, but the underground storage, they've got 1,800 storage for wood, which is interesting. But yeah. No, they don't. Does the underground storage do wood? I can't remember. I don't know. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I think it does. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. Whatever. Anyway, need more of these in here. Either that, I'll make these stackable and only have one access on the floor. Make them proper industrial. Make them stackable. Let's put in a couple more storages over here. This run a path in front of those. We will make you to be log, and log, and log. and we'll empty those two. And then we'll delete them, we'll get rid of that as well. But we'll also, I want to come in here and I want to demolish resources, which is going to be you. There. Delete those. And then we'll move the log pile back and we'll build a spiral staircase in the center up. And then we can just put loads and loads and loads of log storage up here. And then I don't have to worry about this. And all of them will be set to supply, so these front ones will be full all the time. And these will just be the back storage out the way. So, yay. Okay. Drought has started. So that should have changed nothing here at all. Because these won't change whatsoever. Because they don't do anything during droughts. What's this? So now we'll just pump the water out until it goes down. So we have a 23-day storage. It's 23 days, which means I need 23 of these. That's the best way to figure it out. I don't need to, you know, it's 1,000 water at our current beaver run, just over 1,000 water. So that means we would need 23,000 water stored. We have 11,000 stored. So we don't actually technically have enough. Yeah. So, yeah, but we'll pump more out, obviously. This will be fun. This will still pump out water here. That's not a problem. But it's always going to be close. So if this isn't terrible. 23 days is at least 7 days shorter than it should be, or could be. So we'll do this, and then we'll end up with a wet season again, and it will very quickly fill because obviously this is open. So very quickly fill, and then we'll pump again. But if we only get the minimum is 6 days, so you get 3 days, and then maybe it's 5 days. I think you get 2 days, and then the 3-day warning. So you get 5 days of wet season. Then if we get another drought, that's gonna really hurt us. Really, really hurt us. I just need beavers to pump. There goes all the wood. Awesome. So you're taking the wood out of here. Fantastic. Get rid of you. Let's get rid of you as well, and then we can build in here. Something else. I'm just glancing over at the comments of the previous video. Thank you very much for those. And I did forget something. Zuigi, you are correct. Luigi mentioned that I've got in loads of lumberjack flags, but I don't have any grindstones for our beavers to fix their teeth if the teeth are broken. That's not a problem. We're going to build a spiral staircase here, which means we're going to have a gap behind it. So we'll put in them there. We'll put them in there. Yeah, we'll have space. We'll put in some grindstones back here. That'll be fine. Okay. Yeah. This is fine. I'm kind of thinking of maybe we'll get rid of this and just use this as our thing. It's really weird. The faux tails seem to use more logs than the iron teeth do, which is just, I don't know, it's weird. Maybe it's because I haven't got all the food, but then again, they don't have many. They don't have any food that uses. But they got the brewery and the food factory. The photos have got the grill and the bakery, so I suppose it's about the same. It's just that we haven't actually had any in here to do it. Probably the problem that we haven't actually had anything to do. So, right. Okay. So yeah, I think I will build this back here. We will come back next episode, and I'll build this back here, and we'll build the hydroponic farms here, and we'll do things there. This is, I keep doing this, and I do apologise about this. It's been another episode where not a lot happens. I've just been talking and explaining stuff. I should have just been like 5 minutes of explaining stuff and job done. But I hope you understand. You know, obviously, this is we're still working on this. We're still trying to get the balance working here. This is a thing that I messed up, and no one messes up. But I have done a lot of building in between episodes, so more of a check-in. I hope you're okay with that. My apologies that it's I keep doing episodes where nothing happens, but yeah, it's just the nature of getting towards the later game in Timberborn. You have to wait for stuff to go. Also, we're waiting a lot of times for logs. We have lots of logs now. We'll get way more log storage going here. Are you filled them all up? From where? Where have you filled them up from? From all these guys? All these guys as well? Probably. Yeah, I'll figure this out. We'll build it here. I'll get a staircase going up here. We don't need a staircase going up here. but we want a staircase so that we can store way more wood. That'll be fine. And then we will wait for this drought to finish and see how long we're going to get for the next one. And said I don't want to build more hydraulic farms until I know full well our water is a bit stabler. So we will see from there. We've also got loads of storages around that are all just completely wrong. Half these are just completely the wrong thing. So, but that's okay because we can always change them later and they will eventually filter themselves out. So yeah, okay. Water problems and food ratio problems. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this one. I hope to see you again in the next one. Until then, as always,